Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. For today's yoga and music session, I will play for you a selection of Tchaikovsky's children's songs. I hope you enjoy it.
Hi everyone, welcome to yoga. My name's Laura and this is my daughter Molly.
Hello.
Hi. Alright, so we're going to start seated. So just make sure you're sitting comfortably in whatever position works great for you. If you can sit with your legs crossed, that's awesome. Alright, we're going to check in with our belly breath. So have you done belly breath before, Molly? Yeah, it's really easy, isn't it? We're going to take our hands and put them on our abdomen, above our belly button, so on the upper part, right? And it's like there's a balloon in your belly. And when you inhale, it's going to open. You're going to fill it up with air. And when you exhale, it's going to deflate back down. Inhale, it's going to inflate with air, fill up. Exhale, deflate back down. Do that a few times. Inhale and feel your belly move out. Exhale, let it rest. Are you feeling it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll help us stay calm during our whole yoga practice. So we're going to try to breathe with our belly the whole time. Try that for a couple more breaths. Inhale, open. Exhale, feel it deflate back down. Let's do one more deep breath in. And exhale. All right, we're going to use our belly breath the whole time. So let's bring our hands down. All right, we're going to do a side stretch. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, so bring one hand to the floor. Yeah, and you put that hand on the floor. Perfect. And then we're going to reach up with the other hand and lean to the side. And if you can get your elbow to the floor, you can do that. Yeah, that feels good. Let your head rest. Take a few breaths here and just lean and relax. Like you're getting really, really long through that side of the body. Perfect. Take another deep breath in. Exhale. Let's push back up to center and we're going to lean the other way. So lean to the other side. And if you can get that elbow to the floor, go ahead and do it. And get longer on this side of the body. Do you feel like you're getting longer on that side?
Yeah.
Me too. I feel like I'm getting longer. Let your head rest down. Perfect. Perfect. Take one more deep breath in here. And exhale. And then come back up to center. Good job. That was really good.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do cat-cow. So we're going to come onto all fours. So let's come onto our hands and knees. Perfect. And we'll kind of be sideways a little bit so they can see us. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, so for a cow pose, we're going to let the belly drop down and stick our tailbone up and roll our heart open. So take a deep breath in. And then in cat pose, we're going to stretch through the spine. Arch your back like a cat. And exhale. Inhale for cow pose. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. And if you like animal noises, you can inhale for cow, then go moo. Exhale for cat. Meow. Inhale for cow, and then moo. Exhale. Meow. Last one. Inhale for cow. Moo. Exhale. Meow. Good job. We're going to sit back on our heels. This is called hero's pose. So we're on our knees and we sit back on our heels and we just sit nice and tall, right? Nice and tall. We're going to do a little heart opener while we're in hero's pose. So we're going to bring our hands behind us on the floor and you're going to stay on your fingertips if you want, or like Molly likes to be on your fists, right? That's perfect. So just bring your hands behind you. Either way is fine. Pull your shoulders together. And you're going to act like you have a rope in your chest. It's lifting your heart all the way up. Let your head rest back and lift your heart. Take a couple deep breaths here. Yay. Our heart center in yoga is our center for joy. So this is a great time to think of something or someone that brings you joy. Someone you love. It can be a parent or a sibling or a pet. It can be anything at all. Let's slowly crawl our hands forward and come back to center. Good job. We're going to go into child's pose. So separate the knees just a little bit. Yeah, and you point that way. That'll be easier. And then I come down into child's pose. Bring your forehead down. Let your heart rest down towards the floor. Take some deep breaths here. Just relax. In child's pose, you're letting your whole spine open up. So you should feel a nice stretch right here. And your head relaxes down. And you just relax a little bit more with each breath out. Like if there's any stress, any tension at all, when you breathe out, you're going to let it go. It's going to leave. Perfect. Let's lift back up to center. That feels better already, right? Yeah, perfect. Okay, now we're going to do down dog. One of my favorite poses. So for down dog, we'll just be beside each other like this. So come onto your hands and knees. And we're going to move in to down dog by lifting our hips up. So you're going to lift your hips up towards the sky and push them up as far as you can. Yeah, bend your knees a little if you need to. Great. And then just push your hips up. You can walk it out a little. Press your heels down one at a time if you want to walk the dog a little bit, right? Good job, Molly. Keep walking your dog. You're doing great. Yeah, excellent. All right, let's walk our dog all the way up. So bring the feet all the way up to where your hands are for forward fold. And just hang out here.
I can't hang out all the way.
That's okay. That's okay if you can't hang out all the way, right? That's fine. You can grab your elbows. You can bend your knees. Your pose should feel good. And it might not look like everybody else's, Molly. That's okay. As long as it feels good for you, that's what counts. So just take a couple breaths. If you want to swing from left to right, kind of loosen up the back. I like swinging in this one, don't you? I like to swing. Back and forth. Back and forth. Okay, then release your hands down. We're going to roll up in slow motion. We're going to roll all the way up. Go slow as we can. Ah, perfect. This is mountain pose. Do you feel like a mountain? Yeah, like a strong mountain. I like it. We're going to move with our breath a little bit. So we're going to start here in mountain pose. And then when you're ready, you might want to turn sideways so you don't hit your neighbor, right? Like whoever's beside you. So we're going to inhale and reach up. We're going to exhale and go to forward fold. Inhale and come up halfway, hands on the knees. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale and reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Got it? Inhale and reach up. Good job. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, super tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach as tall as you can. Exhale, fall down to forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up super tall like you're growing a little. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do one more, okay? Inhale, reach as tall as you can. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good job, Molly. Excellent. All right. Okay, now I think we should do a balancing pose. How's that sound? So we're going to do tree pose. Now, one thing that's important about balancing is you have to pick something to focus your eyes on, okay? All right. Do you have something to focus on? Perfect. Let's balance on one foot. It doesn't matter which foot. Pick whatever foot you want. And just put all your weight on that leg. Bring the other foot up so you're on your tiptoes to start, and let's bring our hands to the heart. Take a couple breaths so you feel nice and steady. Are you ready? Now, if you feel like this is where you want to stay, and you want to balance here, just stay here. That's fine. If you want to try to bring that foot up higher, you can bring it onto the opposite leg. And if you want to reach up with your branches, you can reach up. Now, if you reach up with your branches and you get all wobbly, bring your hands back down. Yeah, sometimes you fall out of your tree, and that's okay too. If you fall out of your tree, just come back into the pose and take your time. Try to breathe. It's okay if your branches move a little. That's all right. The strongest trees are the ones that are most flexible, right? They can move in the wind.
Mine keeps on moving everywhere.
And that's okay. Sometimes your tree's a little more moving. That's fine, right? All right, so if the branches are up, bring the hands back to the heart. Let's bring the foot down to the floor, and we're going to wiggle. Wiggle it out. Wiggle. Sometimes I think it's good to just be silly, right? Yeah, it's good to be silly. Wiggling is always good. All right, back to center. Now we focus. Are you ready? Okay. Balance on your other foot. It's the root of your tree. Pick something to focus your eyes on. When you feel ready, just come on to the tiptoes with that other foot if you want to. If you want to bring it up to the leg, you can. It doesn't matter. Wherever you balance is the best place to be. And then if you want your branches to go tall, they can grow tall. I like the flowy branches. It's nice. If the branches weren't flexible, when a strong wind came by, they would just break, right? So they have to be flexible. You have to flow. Go with the flow a little bit to be strong. Perfect. Take a couple more breaths. We're doing it. I know there's some amazing trees out there. Wonderful. Bring the hands back to the heart if your branches are up. And that's okay. And bring the other foot down. No, you never have to be sorry. It's okay to fall. That's the thing that happens to everybody. Everybody falls when they balance. The most important thing is that you come back and try to balance again. Yes, good job. It's the not giving up that counts, am I right? Yes. All right, we're going to do the twisty thing, which is another really good way to get the wiggles out. Because I don't know if you guys have had a lot of wiggles, but I get wiggles all the time. Yeah, so maybe have a little space between you and your friends, right? So that you don't hit anybody. And then you're just going to stand still and you're going to twist and let your arms just flop to the side. Flop to the side. Twist and flop. Twist and flop. It's the best. This is a good way to kind of get all the wiggles out. And you want your arms to be as floppy as they can be. Like super duper floppy. The floppier the better, right?
Yes.
Yes. Perfect. Let's twist a little more. We're doing great. Oh, wonderful. All right, and then we're going to slow, twist in slow motion. Oh, really good. That's really good. And then come back to center. All right, we're going to do one more pose while we're standing, and this is called the lumberjack, which I think is really fun. So for the lumberjack, your feet have to be just a little wider than your hips, okay? All right, and then you're going to keep the knees bent a little. You want to feel nice and steady. And we're going to inhale and bring our hands together. This is our axe. We're going to exhale, bend your knees, and chop down. Inhale up. Exhale, chop that way. Inhale up. Exhale, chop. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, chop. Inhale. Exhale, chop. And just move with your own breath. When you're ready to exhale and chop that tree, chop that tree. Good job. I like to think of it like I'm chopping up anything that I don't like. Anything that is stressful, anything I'm worried about, just chop it up. Let's do two more. Chop. Last one. Chop. And then inhale really tall. Bring your legs back in a little. Exhale, go back to forward fold. Take a breath here. Maybe swing the hips again if you want. Nice and easy. Perfect. Let's go back to down dog. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll do it on this side. Crawl your hands forward. Feet are back at the back of the mat and press your hips up for down dog. Hi. Down dog is fun because you're upside down. You're looking upside down. And remember, walk your dog out. If your dog wants to go for a walk it out.
My legs going for slow walk.
You know, slow walks are good for dogs, right? That's nice. Push your hips up one more time. Really, really high. Push, push, push. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, child's pose. Flop down. Oh, child's pose is the best. Just relax in child's pose. Let your head rest down. Try to let your heart fall a little closer to the floor in child's pose when you breathe out. And maybe move your knees apart a little bit, Molly. Yeah, does that help? Does that feel better?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Take a couple breaths in child's pose. This is great if you've been sitting a lot during the day or if you just need a little break to relax and calm down. Child's pose is a really good pose to be in, right? Perfect. All right. Let's do puppy pose.
What's this?
Puppy pose is kind of like a pose that's in between child's pose and down dog. It's like a mini down dog. So come onto the hands and knees. And this time we're going to crawl our fingers forward as far as we can. And we're going to stay on our knees, but we're going to push our tailbone up to the sky, just like we do in down dog. Push your tailbone up and let your forehead rest on the floor. You stretch like a puppy. So stretch. And you can let your elbows and your arms fall on the floor. You're going to feel the stretch in your shoulders and maybe your upper back a little bit, right? Just stretch it out in puppy. Take a couple deep breaths here. Do you ever see puppies stretch like this?
Yeah.
I see puppies stretch like this all the time. It's nice. All right, take a couple more breaths in puppy pose. Let's slowly crawl our hands back in. We're going to sit up in hero's pose again. So we're just sitting back on our heels. And then we let your shoulders relax. Let's bring our hands to our knees and close your eyes for a little bit. And check in with your belly breath again. If you want to put your hands on your belly to see if you can feel your belly move, go ahead and do that with the breath. Just a couple breaths here. Just to check back in with that. Do you feel the belly breath? Perfect. Let's do just a couple more stretches, okay? Let's come onto our sit bones and bring our feet in front of us. Perfect. Let's do butterfly. Butterfly stretch is one of my favorites. Isn't it one of your favorites? Roll to the front of your sit bones a little bit, right? And maybe flop the wings. Do a little flopping. Yeah. Sometimes your butterflies want to take off. Nice, yeah? Okay, so then when you're ready, just lean forward. It's like your heart is headed towards your feet. And when you feel like that's a good place to stretch, you can stay there and let your head rest down. Take some deep breaths here. Just like a butterfly. And relax. In yoga, we tend to let go a little bit more with each breath out. So when you exhale, think about relaxing a little bit deeper. Resting down a little bit more. Perfect. Take one more breath in butterfly pose. Let's slowly come back up to center. Good job. All right, we're going to do a twist here. So just sit with your legs crossed. However they are crossed is just fine. Take one hand. Let's take our right hand and hold on to our left knee. And bring your left hand behind you. And twist, twist open. Good job. Twist and look behind you. See if you can look to the wall that's behind you. Perfect. Let's twist the other way. Come back to center. Grab your right knee with your left hand and roll open. Bring that right hand behind you. Twist, 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 twist. Look to that wall behind you too. Twist in the neck, twist in the whole spine. Perfect. Let's come back to center. Let's do one more stretch before we're done, okay? This is called double pigeon. So, with double pigeon, you just sit like you're sitting with the legs crossed, and you just crawl your hands forward. And you try to fold all the way down, if you can. But that's okay if you can't. You can stay on your elbows. You can even rest your chin on your hands for double pigeon. Oh, this one's nice, right? It helps stretch the back and the hips a little bit. And you just go down as far as you can and relax as long as the stretch still feels good. Take a couple breaths here. You can rock back and forth in your pigeon if you want to rock a little bit, that's fine. Perfect. Let's take our hands and push our way back up to center. And we're going to do double pigeon on the other side. So whichever leg is on top, put on the bottom. Switch it up. Isn't that tricky? And then same thing. We're just going to lean forward and just go down to where you feel the stretch and it's good. Like you're still smiling, right?
I like this side a lot.
I like this one. This is a good one. And again, you can rest your chin on your hands. You can rest on your elbows. Just let your head hang loose if you want to. Take a couple deep belly breaths here. See if you can feel that belly breath again. Remember, we kind of let go a little more when we breathe out. Perfect. Let's walk our way back up to center. All right, we did it. Good job, Molly. Excellent job. All right, thank you so much for joining us for yoga. It was really our pleasure to help teach a class to you. And while you listen to the music at the end of the session, you can relax in what we call Shavasana. Shavasana in yoga is for you to just lie down as peaceful as you can be. So if you need a pillow or a blanket or anything so that you're cozy, go ahead and grab it. You want to lie down and get as comfortable as you can be so your whole body can relax and just listen to the music and let the music just carry you away. All right? Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful time with the music, and namaste.
Thank you.